What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. So we got a brand new blog from Call of Duty and they've actually apologized. This is a message that comes in from the Call of Duty team and Activision, and they talk about how Call of Duty just hasn't been hitting the mark and they apologize to players. They're also going to be pushing out a new update because of this, and there's quite a couple of things to talk about. So if you do find the video informative, consider hitting that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any Call of Duty news or updates. Jumping into it, the first thing is we do have an update that goes live this week, which is actually tomorrow, and a couple of things are going to go live. So first off, we have a new set of weekly challenges. This will bring in the dual wield Akita shotgun, which I'm pretty sure is going to be very overpowered. That's the first reward you'll be able to unlock. Then there's going to be other things like a brand new rally point event that we talked about the other day, showcasing all of the rewards. That event will then go live. It's going to be community-based challenges that you can complete, rewards that you can earn. There's also going to be a brand new playlist update. I'm thinking maybe Sticks and Stones for multiplayer will be available starting tomorrow, and then maybe some other LTMs will be added along the way. So just wanted to give you a quick reminder on what to expect tomorrow, but we got this blog from Call of Duty. It says Black Ops 7 Season 1 update, a message from the Call of Duty team. First off, thank you for all the feedback we have received over the last few months. Call of Duty has enjoyed a long-standing success because of all of you, a passionate community that demands excellence and deserves nothing less. We also know that for some of you, the franchise has not met your expectations fully. To be very clear, we know what you expect, and rest assured, we will deliver and over-deliver on those expectations as we move forward. So basically what they're saying, they understand that Call of Duty just hasn't been hitting the same as it used to, and I feel like most of that sort of doesn't come from BO7. It comes from Black Ops 6, and because of Black Ops 6 and how bad that post-seasonal support was, how the game sort of died off right after a month, and they've sort of built a lot of trust with the marketing of Black Ops 6, and then after the game released, a lot of people spent money, right? Spent $70 to purchase this game. A month later, they're all like, man, I regret making that purchase. And because of that, they didn't even think of getting Black Ops 7. And to make matters worse, they started the marketing off by showing the campaign side of BO7, which is literally its worst aspect. And when people saw like flying cars, upside down cities and things like that, they were like, yo, what the heck is going on? I'm not getting this game. But then they followed up. They said, with respect to Black Ops 7, we set our sights to deliver a spiritual successor to Black Ops 2. And the studios have poured their passion into making a great game that all of us are very proud of. But it's one thing for us to say it. More importantly, it's up to you to try it and judge it for yourselves. So as it relates to Black Ops 7 and the future of Call of Duty, here's a few important notes that they have made. So as you see here, they're telling us like, okay, we understand we messed up in the past, but we just want you to give Black Ops 7 a chance. We want you to try this game out. And then after that, if you decide you don't like the game, then that's fine, but just give the game a chance. And here's how they're going to give you that chance. They said, number one, you'll have the opportunity to play Black Ops 7 for free. So the game will be free to play. They'll have a trial. They said next week we are opening the doors for everyone to jump in and play Black Ops 7 multiplayer and zombies for a free trial along with a double XP weekend. We would like you to experience the game firsthand and then decide for yourselves. Now at the moment, they don't give us the exact dates, but if it's going to be the same time of double XP weekend, I'm guessing maybe next Thursday, something around that, and it's going to be around the time when we get the Cadmus update. So they're going to try and do it when there's a lot going on with Call of Duty, and that's when they're going to make it free for people to play, and it's during a time where most people are starting off their Christmas break. So that's probably what they're going to do in terms of planning, but we'll have a release date very soon, and I'll keep you guys updated on that. Now, the next thing is, they said, number two, we are committed to unprecedented seasonal support. Your continuing feedback will help shape our seasonal updates over the coming months. Season 1 is the largest live season ever, and we're just getting started. We won't rest until Black Ops 7 earns its place as one of the best Black Ops games we have ever made. So they're telling us that they're going to continue ramping up these updates. They're going to continue pushing out as much content as they could and giving everyone what they want. So we're hoping that the game is just never going to have a stale period. With Black Ops 6, the stale period came in like At the end of December, the entirety of January, that's when the game got like super boring. There were no updates. They kept delaying seasons. And that's sort of when Call of Duty player base just fully collapsed. It just died down and no one really cared about the game anymore. Now, we'll see in a month from now if they actually keep true to that promise. Will the Season 1 Reloaded update be packed with content and take us all the way until February, until Season 2? Or was it just all talk? Then they go on to say number 3. Our strategy going forward is changing. We will no longer do back-to-back releases on Modern Warfare or Black Ops games. The reasons are many, but the main one is to ensure we provide an absolute unique experience each and every year. We will drive innovation that is meaningful, not incremental. While we aren't sharing those plans today, we look forward to doing so when the time is right. And then the last thing they say is, to be clear, the future of Call of Duty is very strong and we believe our best days are ahead of us given the depth and talent of our development teams. We have been building the next era of Call of Duty and it will deliver precisely on what you want, along with some surprises that push the franchise and the genre forward. We look forward to welcome you in, listening to you, and moving forward together. Now, the thing about this is because BO7 just was so poorly received, it had a really bad result on Black Ops 7, even though it shouldn't have. So if like Black Ops 7 came out right after MW3, it probably would have been one of the best Call of Duties. Everyone would have been super excited about this game, and they sort of messed up with that. They should have led with Black Ops 7 to begin with. And so what they're doing here is they're saying that they're going to be stopping these 2-year cycles. So next year is going to be Modern Warfare 4, which has sort of already been leaked. It's going to be developed by Infinity Ward. And that's a little worrying because Infinity Ward is sort of notorious for just not listening to the community. We'll say we want something, we want an update for something, and they'll like purposely remove it if it's there. And we saw what happened with MW2, and then Sledgehammer had to come in with Modern Warfare 3 and pretty much fix everything. And with Sledgehammer only having the fraction of the time to develop Modern Warfare 3 versus the years that Infinity Ward had to develop MW2, MW3 blows it out of the water. And so now we have MW4 that's going to be competing with Grand Theft Auto 6, and that is its own sort of competitive task on its own. But after that, we're expecting in 2027, Sledgehammer will come in with a brand new Call of Duty title, so something that is completely separate from Modern Warfare, from Black Ops, and it's its own universe. I'm excited for that one. I'm more sort of excited for that one than MW4. But then going on, the Ghost of Hope actually had a couple of things to note based on this blog post. So he said that he's heard from a few sources within the last 1 or 2 weeks that a lot of the budget for Black Ops 7's post-launch seasons, at least for the later ones, got pulled pretty hard given the performance of launch sales. And obviously, if you don't know, BO7 is probably one of the lowest grossing Call of Duty sales, just for Call of Duty. I mean, comparing it to other games, it definitely did really good, but comparing it to like Black Ops 6, it didn't perform as well in terms of the sales. But he then goes on to get a reply from Charlie Intel. They said, from what I've heard, they have had their post-launch plans set for a while. They told me they have endgame content confirmed through Season 3, and other modes will have expected content cadence for all seasons. And then Ghost of Hope replied, he said, yeah, it's possible. It should line up with my original report, which, if you guys don't remember, he mentioned here that his sources have indicated that Black Ops 7 will have more content in its post-launch seasons than what MW3 had. The plan is going to be starting from Season 1 through 4. There's going to be a lot of content, like so much, as we've seen with Season 1 already, and then it's going to taper off to give Activision time to market and push Modern Warfare 4. So like Season 5 and 6 won't be as big, and I'm thinking that's probably like LTMs, modes, stuff like that. And then usually Season 6 is always going to be the best update, but from here, it's not sounding like it. And then he mentioned Treyarch earlier this year had pulled some planned BO6 launch content and pushed it into BO7 so they can repurpose and skin, for example, Yemen, as we've talked about. Treyarch and Raven are being told to leave nothing on the table for BO7 and Warzone because the engine upgrade for MW4, which has been told is going to be very significant, would require these assets to be heavily reworked, finish everything, and release it before MW4 is the current agenda at Treyarch and at other studios. So that's what it's looking like in terms of what is the schedule according to his sources. But what are your thoughts on Call of Duty? I mean, do you think that Black Ops 7 is a good game? Do you think people just need to give it a chance by playing it and this free trial will actually do something? Anyways, let me know your thoughts down below. That is it for this video. Thank you guys for tuning in, and hopefully I'll be seeing you guys back on the channel again. Peace.